9 News Plus weather, sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Oh, there I am. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. And for today, we do have the chance for a few showers and storms for us here in the metro area. But I think the big takeaway for today, in the mountains, we've got a lot of rainfall. It's going to be heavy for us in the mountains, and also the potential and higher than usual potential for flash flooding in the burn scars. So today, not the day to be up into the burn scars, really into the higher terrain if you can avoid it. Again, just it looks wet, it looks soggy. In fact, we're already starting to see those first showers and storms develop right now. This is what it looks like at I-70 right near the Eisenhower-Johnson tunnels, and things right now looking a bit ominous, but those storms mostly off to the south and the west of the tunnels at this point. Here in Denver, if you look off to the west, you can see those showers and storms starting to bubble on up. But for us here in town, so far so good. And those shower storms will probably hold off for a little while longer. Now, widespread mountain storms for today. Metro area storms between about 3 and 8 p.m. And the weekend, it looks wet once again. I know we had a very wet weekend last weekend. This weekend, also looking soggy. So, flash flood watch through tonight, and that could lead to some of that heavy rainfall. Again, especially watch out for the burn scars. If you're heading up to the mountains, you're doing some hiking or doing some camping today, first of all, I don't think it's a great idea. But if you are going to head up, two things. One, know where the burn scars are. So look at a map, look at where the burn scars are, make sure you're not heading to one of them. And number two, if you are heading up to the higher terrain as well, remember that turn around, don't drown. If you come up to a water-covered roadway, turn around and avoid any water-covered roadways at this point. Now, here's the reason why I think today we're going to be talking about a higher than usual chance for some of that heavy rainfall for us. Look at that kind of pipeline of moisture that we've got coming straight out of the Gulf of Mexico. And also, by the way, from the Pacific, we got two moisture sources basically converging on the mountains right now. One, some of that moisture being drawn up from the Pacific, and number two, some of that moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that all converging here in Colorado. So these would not be typical Colorado summertime thunderstorms. These are not 20, 30 minutes and we're done kind of storms. What we're looking at today would be multiple hours of heavy rainfall over the same areas and tropical downpours as well. So HD Doppler radar, it is already lighting up with lots of showers and storms, pretty widespread for us here across the mountains. Already starting to see those first storms developing around the Cameron Peak burn scar, and also here into the old Waldo Canyon burn scar there, west of Colorado Springs as well, up into Teller County, up by Woodland Park, seeing some of those storms, and then also up by Levada Pass, seeing some of those showers and storms, as well as through the I-70 mountains at this hour. And these storms will only continue to expand and intensify as we head over the next couple of hours. By 1, 2 o'clock, shower storms widespread. By 4, 5 o'clock, most of the mountains looking at heavy rainfall. Above 10,000 feet, we're seeing some snow. And then by 7, 8 o'clock tonight, still raining to the mountains. And that's when we may actually end up with the best chance of seeing some of those showers and storms for us here into the Denver area. So for us here in the metro area, we're probably going to be pretty dry through about 2, 3, 4 o'clock or so, early to mid-afternoon. So we're probably dry for a fair bit of time. But then by about 3, 4 o'clock, some of those showers and storms try and work their way into the metro area. And by about 6, 7, 8 o'clock or so tonight, that's when we may actually end up looking at our best chance at some of those showers and storms in the metro area. And that's going to be thanks to colliding outflow boundaries. Bit of an unusual setup for today for us here in the Denver area, but point being, those shower and storms probably hold off a couple hours later than what we've seen over the last few days. That said, I think we do see 1 or 2 stronger storms across the metro area similar to the last few days. Hail, flash flooding are concerns once again for us. Temperatures, 70s right now in the Eastern Plains, 50s, 60s into the high country for today. Mid-70s with those showers and storms widespread between about 2 and 8 p.m. Tonight, we'll see those skies eventually clear on out after about 9, 10 o'clock or so. Temperatures drop down into the 50s. And those storms just continue to stick around this week thanks to this persistent weather pattern, which is an area low pressure to our west, area high pressure to our north, and that just means constant southeasterly flow, and that will intensify as we get later on through the week, and it'll keep those showers and storms around for tomorrow, probably for Friday, maybe Friday the driest day of the upcoming stretch, but tomorrow looks stormy once again with those shower storms sticking around mainly for the northern mountains and for the Denver area for tomorrow night. And more rainfall on the way for us here in Colorado. It's been a very, very soggy start to June. That sticks around. That 7-day forecast, at this point, it looks like Saturday and Sunday going to be especially stormy for us, with those shower storms very widespread for both days this weekend. And it looks much cooler. We got a cold front that works its way on through Saturday night, and that will drop those temperatures in time for Sunday and keep things unsettled for our Sunday. Temperatures start to warm back up again for the early to mid part of next week. By the way, our average first 90-degree day of the year is on June the 10th, which is, of course, coming up this weekend. We will not be anywhere close to 90 degrees, and we have not been anywhere close to 90 degrees so far this calendar year. One thing to look forward to, Drought Monitor map is released again. It's updated every week. It comes back out tomorrow, and I bet we'll see some continued improvements in our drought situation across eastern Colorado, thanks to all this wet weather that we've been having. Of course, it's kept things unsettled. I know your gardens are probably pretty out of control at this point. I just mowed our lawn yesterday, and our lawn just about tripled in about 3 days. We're mowing our lawn about twice a week now at this point with all of this wet weather that we've had. Good for the drought, good for, of course, again, a lot of your gardens, although at some point, maybe talking about too much of a good thing, and I know we've had some hail as well, but overall, pretty good news for vegetation. But of course, we're getting to the point of too much of a good thing for us across eastern Colorado. It's been so wet for so long, and that trend continues for the next few days. I'll have another update for you coming up at 9 News at noon, and also at 2 p.m. here on 9 News Plus. Then Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is in at 4 and 5 today, and then Meteorologist Danielle Grant's in at 6, 9, 10 on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.